Good day class. Ang lesson po natin is all about solution at yung mga different types ng solution such as saturated, unsaturated, at saka supersaturated. In this lesson po, dapat nating ma-accomplish itong mga bagay na to. Una, alamin natin let's investigate the properties ng mga different type of solution, yung tatlong nabanggit ko, sa pamamagitan ng experimentation. Ikalawa, alamin natin yung mga bagay-bagay or yung mga solution kung ano ba siyang klase. Isa ba siyang saturated, unsaturated, or supersaturated. Para mas lalo nating maunawaan itong lesson na to, let's have an activity first. Okay? I want you to complete this word. So, nakita naman natin it is a jumbled word. I want you to answer this one. So, i-arrange lang po natin hanggang sa magkaroon siya ng maayos na word. Ano kaya yung word na to? And this one too. And this one. Number 4, 5, and 6. Bibigyan ko po kayo ng 5 minuto para subukang sagutan ito. Tapos po, after that, magsa-self-check po tayo. Okay? Your 5 minutes starts now. Okay. So, the first one is solubility. The second one is saturated. The third one is solution. Next, unsaturated. The fifth one is solute. And then the last one is solvent. So, ano ba yung mga word na yan? So, ngayon pag-uusapan natin ano bang ibig sabihin ng mga yan. So, kung matatandaan po natin, last week we talked about a mixture. One example of mixture is a solution. A solution is something that is mixed together but they are not chemically combined. But nawawala na po yung isang portion or yung isang part ng mixture na yon. So a solution has two parts. The first one is the solute. A solute is a substance that is dissolved in a solution. Ibig sabihin, siya po yung nawawala dun sa mixture or dun sa solution. Ang ikalawa naman ay yung tinatawag nating solvent. Ang solvent naman, siya naman po yung substance na tumutunaw or yung nangingibabaw dun sa solution or dun sa mixture. So, una yung solute, siya yung tinutunaw. Yung solvent, siya yung tumutunaw. Okay? Meron din naman tayong mga characteristics such as solubility at saka dissolution. Pag sinabi natin solubility, ito yung ability ng solute na matunaw sa solvent. Pag sinabi naman natin dissolution, ito naman yung the process of dissolving the solid solute dun sa mixture. Okay? Later, I will going to give a concrete example. Now, these are the three types of solution. So, meron tayong unsaturated, saturated, tsaka supersaturated. So, pag sinabi natin unsaturated, it is a solution that contains less solute than the maximum amount of solvent that can dissolve at a given temperature. Pag sinabi natin saturated, it is a solution that contains the maximum amount of solute dissolved by the given amount of solvent. Pag sinabi natin supersaturated, it is a solution that contains more solute than the maximum amount of solvent that can dissolve at a given temperature. So, sa madaling salita, para mapaintindihan natin ng mas maayos, pag sinabi nating unsaturated, ito yung malabnaw. Kapag halimbawa, nagtimpla ka ng juice, malabnaw. Ibig sabihin, mas marami yung solvent sa solute. Ibig sabihin, kaya pang tumunaw nung solvent mo ng mas maraming solute. Unsaturated po yun. Hindi niya totally nakuha yung capacity nung dissolving capacity nung solvent. Pag sinabi nating saturated, ito naman yung tatawag nating tama ang timpla. Sakto. Yung hinalo mong juice powder doon sa baso na may tubig ay eksakto lang po. Okay? Pag sinabi naman nating supersaturated, ito yung tinatawag nating matapang. Ibig sabihin, yung gusto mong tunawin ay hindi na kayang tunawin ng tubig mo. Halimbawa, doon sa juice. Hindi na po kayang tunawin ng tubig yung juice. Ibig sabihin, super saturated na siya. Hindi na kayang i-accommodate pa ng water na matunaw pa yung juice at a given temperature, at the normal temperature. Okay? So, those are the three different types of solution. So, gagaya na sabi ko kanina, ang solution ay may consist of two parts. The solute and then the solvent. Pag sinabi natin solute, siya yung natutunaw or yung nawawala. Pag sinabi natin solvent, siya naman po yung tumutunaw. Here's an example of solution. So, meron kang coffee drink. Ang coffee drink po ay gawa sa coffee powder, 3-in-1 kadalasan, 3-in-1 coffee powder at saka hot water. Ang solute natin ay coffee powder. Bakit? Kasi siya yung natutunaw o yung nawawala. Ang ating solvent ay yung hot water kasi siya yung tumutunaw. Remember that. Natutunaw, solute. Tumutunaw, solvent. Okay? Another example is vinegar. Yung suka po na ginagamit natin, actually, hindi yan purong suka or purong acetic acid. Kasi pag purong acetic acid po yan, mapapaso yung mga dila natin. Kaya yan ay isang mixture. Halo po yan ng acetic acid at saka water. Kadalasan din po, isang clue. Kung ano po yung konting amount sa isang solution, siya po kadalasan ang solute. Kung sino ang marami sa isang solution, siya ang solvent. In this example, kung makikita po natin, si solute po ay yung coffee powder at yung solvent ay si water. Mas marami po si water, which is the solvent, kesa kay solute, which is the coffee powder. Okay? Ganoon din po dito sa vinegar. Konting acetic acid, dadagdagan mo ng maraming tubig. So, that are the example of solution. Now, para mas maintindihan nyo, pwede po ninyong panoorin itong video tutorial na ito entitled Types of Solution, Unsaturated versus Saturated. Pwede nyo po makita yan sa Facebook. A solution is unsaturated when it contains less solute than the maximum amount it can dissolve at a given temperature. Ito yung pinapaliwanag ko kanina. Pag sinabi nating unsaturated, ito po yung isang uri ng solution na kung saan malabnaw. Ibig sabihin, kaya pa tumunaw ng solvent ng additional solute. Here's an example of unsaturated versus saturated solution. Unsaturated, ito po, on the left side, kung makikita natin, ay medyo malabnaw. Pag sinabi mong saturated, sakto yung pagkakatimpla niya. Okay? Kapag dinagdagan mo naman ng sobra-sobra yung solute doon sa solution at the given temperature, hindi na po kayang matunaw nung solvent, yung solute. That's the time matatawagin na natin siyang super saturated solution. Okay? Super saturated solution is a solution which the amount of solute is greater than the solute solubility at the given volume and temperature. Here's an example. So, kung mapapansin ninyo, ang unsaturated, normal lang, mas malabnaw lang. Pag sinabi mo namang saturated, may mga ilang portion na hindi na kayang ma-dissolve sa isang solution. Pero pag sinabi super saturated, hindi na talaga siya na-dissolve kahit anong halo natin, except if you will going to raise the temperature or papataasan natin yung temperature. Now, let's have this second activity po. Can you classify the following if it is a saturated, unsaturated, or supersaturated? A, B, or C? Sino ba ang saturated dyan? Sino ang unsaturated? At sino yung supersaturated? I will give you 2 minutes to answer. Go. Okay. So, most likely po, or the answer for this is number 1, or letter A. We dissolve 50 grams of sugar in a 100 ml of water, so most likely that is unsaturated. B. We dissolve 150 grams of sugar in a 100 ml of water, so that is saturated. And then for the last one, we have 200 grams of sugar dissolved in a 100 ml of water. This will be the supersaturated. Let's sum up. So, ang pinagkaiba ng unsaturated at saturated solution, pag sinabi mo unsaturated, malabnaw. Pwede mo pang madagdagan ng solvent. Ng solute rather. Kapag sinabi mo saturated, a type of solution naman na kung saan halos na-reach niya na yung point ng pagka-dissolve or pwedeng mag-dissolve yung substance. In this case, may mga small portion na undissolved with regards to the solution. Now, pag sinabi naman nating saturation point, eto na yung point or yung portion na kung saan hindi na pwede pang mag-dissolve yung solvent. Na-reach na yung saturation point niya. Hanggang dito lang ang saturation point ng solvent na yon. Okay? So that is saturation point. Now, once naman na mag-exceed ka sa saturation point, hindi na matutunaw yung solvent, ang tawag natin doon ay supersaturated. But we can also produce a supersaturated solution na kung saan madidissolve pa rin yung portion na nandoon. In this case, kailangan natin gawin ay erase yung temperature. Pag erase natin yung temperature, matutunaw na po yung nasa loob doon or yung hinahalo mo na solute. But it will considered as supersaturated kasi hindi siya nangyari in the normal temperature. Kailangan mo pa nating erase yung temperature. Okay, so for more information about saturated and supersaturated, you can go and visit this video on YouTube entitled Science 101, Saturated and Unsaturated Solution, produced by Hypercat Studio. Okay, next, let's talk about our performance task number 3. Our performance task number 3 is this. You will going to make a juice. So, this is what you are going to do. Video yourself while doing the performance task 3 and post it on your FB group. So, ipopost ko po yung video sa ating FB page. Tapos, or rather, magbibigay ako ng instruction doon kung saan kayo magpo-post ng video ninyo. You will comment. Maiksi lang naman po yung video. Basta, makita lang sa video na nagpe-perform kayo ng activity number 3. So, you will be graded according to the following: content and creativity. So, content, dapat correct procedure and explanation. Dapat may mga voice over. Next, creativity. Dapat medyo creative kayo. Okay? So, ito po yung gagawin ninyo. Ito yung mga materials. 3 powder juice or sugar, preferably washed. Water, 3 clear glass spoon or for stirring. Pwede naman pong plastic cups. Okay? Procedure. Prepare 3 glasses of the same amount of water. Dapat pare-pareho yung tubig. Sa setup A, setup B, setup B. Dapat pare-pareho ng amount ng tubig. Sa setup 1 or setup A, magdadagdag ka ng tablespoon or 1 kutsarang powder na juice. Then, stir hanggang sa mawala yung lahat. Then, isulat ang observation. Next, ganoon din ang gagawin mo sa setup B, pero 2 tablespoon. Then, say your observation. Then, setup 3, 3 tablespoon. Stir and say your observation. Now, I would suggest na kung ilan yung ginawa mong rotation sa setup A, ganoon din ang gawin mong rotation sa setup B, tsaka sa setup C. So, kung 10 halo yon, 10 halo lahat. So, bilangin mo kung ilang halo ang kailangan bago matunaw yung powder sa setup A. Kung ilang halo yung ginawa mo sa setup A, ganun din ang halo na gagawin mo sa setup B, at ganun din ang dami ng halo na gagawin mo sa setup C. That will be your performance task. And then, you will going to answer these guide questions. Okay? So, sasagutan nyo lang po itong mga guide questions na to based from your observation. Pakigawa po ito sa isang bond paper po. Bond paper. Or, pwede na rin sa one whole sheet of bond paper. Pipicturan, kasabay ng video ninyo na ginagawa yung experiment. That's all for today, class. See you again by next week. Goodbye.